You may be wondering if Murky is worth giving a splash, if his ability to respawn will make up for his lack of durability, or if people will harass you relentlessly for being our little fishy friend. Well, here is a guide to help you get to rank 1 as Murky as fast as possible. First, let's start with his skills. Murky's Q ability, Slime, is both his DPS and utility skill. It comes with an innate slow useful for evading and pursuing opponents. Casting Slime on an opponent already slimed will refresh the duration and deal bonus damage. His W puts a timed explosive on the ground which takes 3 hits to kill or 3 seconds to detonate. While this skill isn't inherently powerful on its own, its primary use is to clear waves fast. It can also be combined with Octograb or teammate skills to hit opponents hard. The E skill will allow Murky to become invulnerable for 2 seconds. This skill will allow you to dodge targeted area of effect and damage over time abilities. His R skill can either be March of the Murlocs or Octograb. When using March, Murky will pull out a horn and summon super cute waddling suicide Murkies to latch onto opponents, eating them alive. This skill can be used to defend objectives, repel aggression, or assault objectives such as boss enclosures. In reality, though, the Murklings have horrible hitboxes, combined with poor spawn rate and random positioning. Alternatively, Octograb is a short-range leaf that stuns a target for 3 seconds, doing a walloping 1 damage per second. This skill is great for locking down a really annoying character. It also has synergy with Pufferfish, as both skills' durations are the same, reducing the margin of error for a Pufferfish explosion. Murky's passive allows him to plant an egg that will respawn him 5 seconds after he dies. It also lowers his death penalty by 75%, meaning that a Murky can die up to 4 times for a hero kill to break even. Next up, here are some talents I'd personally recommend. Tier 1, Block. Great for stopping Vala or any character who pokes from killing Murky within half a second. If you want to be in early game teamfights, this is the talent of choice. Tier 2, Bigger Slime. This talent allows Murky to have a little more freedom in his liberal application of slime, allowing him to slime on corners in specific maps and keep a little more distance on melee characters. Tier 3, Slime Advantage or Hindering Slime. At level 7, Slime Advantage is a great power spike for dealing with players ignoring Murky in teamfights. It also makes his auto attacks dangerous enough to warrant dodging, forcing movement. Alternatively, if the enemy team is tight-knit or kiting, Hindering Slime is a great boon to keeping opponents still or at bay. This allows Murky's team to both initiate and poke freely. Tier 4, Octograb. There's no other option. As much as I want to regale you with stories of March's successes, its failures more than make up for it. Octograb is a necessity. Tier 5, Continuous Slime or Wrath of Cod. Don't rule out the power of Continuous Slime. Just getting 1 more slime per life can win a team fight or harass enemies out of an objective. Alternatively, Wrath of Cod is a great talent to have alongside a CC heavy team. Coordinated teams are even better in this regard. It's bonus damage, but isn't a guaranteed increase like Continuous Slime. Tier 6. My choice is Slimy Pufferfish. All of the options here are good in their own right. Of them all, having a ranged application of slow feels great. It allows for ranged dismounting along with evasive maneuvers. Tier 7. Get the Octograb upgrade in most situations. Rewind is interesting and can work well in any situation where maintaining Octograb just isn't an option. Remember, Uther can cleanse Octograb. In the early game, Murky's role is that of supportive DPS, anti-gank, and roaming experience soak. Place your egg at a safe location in the jungle, head to a lane, drop a pufferfish, and queue your opponents if possible. The idea is to be supportive by slowing opponents, allowing your team to initiate with a lower margin of error. If your team follows up, be the vanguard, and at the very least leave alongside the tank. If anyone should die for overextending, it should always be the Murky protecting his compatriots. Also encourage your teammates to not die in an attempt to save you. While roaming, consider yourself a ward. Where you are worth exactly 1/4 of a kill, you can afford to die for valuable information. As long as Murky pushes lanes in his downtime, he can make up for any experience lost from being aggressive. Just seriously, don't overdo it. Once Murky hits level 8, he can take out any siege camps around the map. Hit these up if no objectives are contestable and lanes are pushed. Drop a pufferfish, focus 1 giant, and then bubble if necessary to regenerate a hit or 2. Keep putting pressure on the enemy team. Find them, push lanes and be a nuisance. At around level 10, Murky can begin punishing a little more in teamfights. Tag assassins with Octograb or Slime while watching the enemy front lines and its accessibility to your assassins. In some games, it may be Murky's job to peel at this point. It won't get top damage done, but it will get a win. Use Slime to slow enemies chasing your assassin or support and put Pufferfish between them. Some supports can utilize Pufferfish to punish greedy and aggressive opponents. In the late game, Murky's role is to initiate, peel, and assassinate. Supportive and defensive DPS won't cut it anymore. Damage has scaled to the point where at any moment, an assassin on either team could simply disappear. Poof! Gone! At this point, assassinating the support is a possibility, but it's a risky proposition, as the enemy team may sacrifice their support to get into your assassin line. I wouldn't recommend it unless your team feels pretty self-reliant. When planting Murky's egg, think of locations close to where you want to be that are slightly off the beaten path. Eggs placed outside of base walls may feel dangerous at first, and they are. Teams will actively seek to punish aggressive egg placements, but it is also advantageous. It decreases Murky's return time to fight for objectives substantially. This allows Murky to keep objectives such as doubloons or ghosts under constant pressure, allowing him to chip away at opponents over several lives. In teamfights, attempt to mount towards your opponents as you ought to do with most melee characters. Use Slime as an initiate and drop Pufferfish on either Octograb targets or use it as a zoning tool. Remember that teammates can make use of Pufferfish as well, not just you. An ideal combination is to Slime, drop Pufferfish, then Octograb. If Octograb is on cooldown, then Slime until focus is switched to Murky, then Bubble. Try to Bubble when Slime has 3 to 2 seconds left on its cooldown to get in extra damage. In the endgame, Murky is looking to get off 1000 damage per life through Slime, ideally more. Between Pufferfish and Octograb, Murky's damage can exceed many assassins' life in a 3 to 6 second period. With proper egg placement, you can keep returning to the fight. Alternatively, if the fight is won, taking siege camps and pushing lanes is advantageous. Murky has the unique role of being frustrating, the gnat that you can never splat. The more skills used on him, Jaina's Blizzard, Kael's Flame Strike, Anoob's Stun, or Illidan's Charge, the further ahead his team gets. He is both regenerative and evasive, which are empowering tools. Those tools also impart a feeling of frustration and helplessness. Dodging a Kael's Tornado, forcing others to come to his aid, is not something a player will soon forget, which Murky can use to his advantage. Murky's mind games are both fun and thoughtful in nature. Foes will want to make use of Murky's small health pool, so dodging, running at angles, and curving are the basic principles that a Murky should master. Remember, Slime applies a maintainable slow, allowing you much greater maneuverability than your opponents. To reiterate, Murky is an adaptable character. He can fulfill many roles just not healing, as the slimy spa talent isn't in the game yet. He has the ability to peel tanks due to his maintainable slow, sneak around enemy lines and harass assassins, or octograb them to initiate. It's important to understand what role you have to fulfill at any point in time during a fight. Many players will believe themselves to be top tier pro MLG saw super duper Murky players, and to some extent I'm guilty of this as well. When playing, you should trust your own judgment. It will make the game far more fun and allow you to understand how better to approach each map in general. Do not listen to players who reluctantly have you in their game, as they will ask you to AFK push bottom lane until doomsday. Some players simply do not understand his experience or egg mechanic. In closing, expect to die often, yet don't seek it. Never let a death get you down, and always look for the next leg up you can give your team. Keep opponents off points, gank, goop everything, soak experience, and in general, have fun.